So, hello, it's Emerzy Corbin here, and this is Press Play, presented by Drums Radio, of course. And I'm so excited today. I really am. I get to talk to two incredible artists today. I got Queen Rami and Lizwi to talk about their track. Now, I'm going to get them to my pronunciation's terrible, but I'm so excited to have it. So, I'm not going to waste no time. I'm going to bring Queen Rami on, and we're going to talk about her track and explore what she did with it and how it came to pass. Hi, how you doing today?
Hello, good, and you?
So, Your Majesty, Queen Rami, how are you today?
Well, really happy for this interview. Really happy also because Seps Sizophumelela is out now on Spotify and all platforms.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad.
So that's amazing. And well, here enjoying a beautiful day in Miami.
Oh, okay. How warm is it? Tell me how hot it is in Miami at the moment. Make me jealous.
No, well, not that really hard. It's hot. It's maybe, I don't 75 Fahrenheit. No.
Okay. That's not too hot.
Yeah, no, it's but the sun is out. But it rains 5 times a day. The weather here is crazy.
Oh, wow. Well, the sun's finally out in London, and we're not going to talk about the weather for too much longer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. This is not a weather channel.
No, it's not. So thanks for coming on. And I kind of want to ask you first, how did you connect with DJ Kintar? Because he's from Argentina, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Is he based in Miami? How did you intersect with his circle or with him?
Well, I knew DJ Kintar at an event in Tulum called Esto es Tulum. So I met him and his wife there. So when I started my career as a DJ, I started to contact him via Instagram or WhatsApp to ask some feedback about my sets. And also, it was when I started. When I wanted to take my DJ to the next level is when I told him, okay, you know what? I'm going to start to produce. What do you think about this? Sending to him some ideas. And it's funny because literally when I told him that I wanted to start to produce, I told him that one of the voices I wanted was Lizwi's voice.
So I do appreciate her voice.
Oh yeah. My God, yeah. So it's amazing how literally my first release, I made it with her. So cool. He was my connection with Lizwi to be part of this project that is amazing. And I have always been a really big fan from Afro House, super passionate about it. And with the African culture, I'm from Colombia, so I like everything with nature, really organic, tribal also. So yeah.
Okay, that's super cool. And how long did it take you to fester that relationship with him to build this track? How did you put forward your vision for the track to him to get what you wanted?
Well, we started to talk about working together since August of last year. And we started to put together the vision of the track since December. Of last year. So we started to I started to send in some percussions and some ideas of and also I was you know what, I sent in a lot of songs of Lizwi. I don't know how to pronounce this song, Samekile.
And my pronunciation is terrible as well, so it's fine. Yeah. But I love the music so much.
That's also one of my favorite songs from CL Saad and Vanco that I'm also really big fans. And I was you know what, I want something with her similar like this. When people hear our song, I want them to be transported to Africa. I love it. When she screams, oh, it's just, it gets to me.
It gets to me. Do you think that where do you see this song? You're a DJ yourself, you said, yeah. So where do you see this song in a set? Where would you put it? Would you put it in the start, in the middle, at the end? What was this tune designed to do? Like when you give it to a DJ in the party, what was your vision for that? Is what I'm more asking. Like, how did you want this to affect people on the dance floor?
Oh no, I want this to be put like in the middle, like the peak point of the set. Like when we do it, that is the people in the dance floor getting crazy. And it's like when we're at the top putting like our like fastest BPMs. Like is either also Black Coffee has played this song.
Yes, I was reading that. Yes.
Yeah, in Tulum, it was amazing, and he did put it at that point when he had the peak of his set. Everybody went crazy with that, and every time I put it, I also put it at the middle. I don't put it at the end. Kintar sometimes puts it at the end.
Okay, cool. How did you feel when you heard that Black Coffee played that in his set?
No.
What was your feeling? What was the first thing you did?
When I saw the video, because I wasn't there at that moment, I was like an hour before with them at Tulum, but I had another gig in Saikuk there, and oh my God, when I went off the stage and I saw the video when they sent it to me, I just couldn't. It was just the best day of my life.
So if this is the best day of your life, like now the track's being released, what was your hope be for it? Would you want it to chart? Would you want it to be a floor smasher, underground? I'm still asking you about how you feel about the track and where you want to place it. Do you want it to be known as something that like is historic, like a track that lasts forever, like, or is it just transient for this moment until you make the next piece of music to make the floor smash again? Like,
no, I want this to be timeless. Like this track, this for me is a major accomplishment. First of all. So I want this to be remembered forever, this track. This track I know is going to be the kick in every set when every DJ plays it. Temba always plays it. I have heard him several times play it. DJ Chus plays it. Very major artists have played it, and every time they play it, it's like for I don't feel it like as an underground. Is more like I don't know how to explain it. Like more, it's. Oh, I got confused with my words. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Like, so to give you a little break from that, I want to talk to you about production. Like you said, you were going back and forth with DJ Kintar, and like, tell me about your process. Like, how do you approach like producing tunes? If you were going to tell somebody else who is getting into it how to go about making a track or and getting it out there, what would you tell them? What would be the process for that?
Well, the process for that, first of all, you need to have clear what you want to communicate, like in sense of what rhythm you want to take out there. Is it melodic techno? Is it Afro house? Is it tribal, organic? Also, be consistent, like. Because for me, it was really difficult. For me, at first, I was having a really hard time to get this together. Because for me, being at a studio like 24/7 is not
boring.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me, and I was literally getting so stressed for that. But is like for another producer, they need to be consistent. They need to have clear what they want. Like I get a lot of inspiration hearing other artists. So I get to be honest, I got a lot of my ideas hearing other Afro house artists, producers, and that's how I started like modifying my sounds and everything to get what we have now.
And in that process, how much did DJ Kintar kind of guide you, or did he really take you under his wing, and did you call him up?
Yes. No, DJ Kintar is amazing, and he really was with me the whole process. Since also me as a now rising artist, because I'm technically new, he was with me the whole process, and if I didn't understand something, he would explain it, and he would teach me. He was with me the whole process of the song.
Okay. All right, that's so super cool. I'm going to ask you a little bit more about what you're going to do now. What's the next project that you're kind of into, and then after that we're going to bring Lizwi in, and we're going to chat and like talk about how you two got together and that process, you know.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. What's for me now? Well, right now I'm really excited because I'm being hired in a lot of gigs around the world now, and I'm working on a remix also with Kintar. That I cannot say much now, but I will be informing everybody in the future. And also I'm working on a new song with another beautiful artist, Roman, and it's more like Afro, like Latin Afro, like Latin house, but has that essence of this song that is super happy and exciting and like for the dance floor.
So, you know, I wanted to ask you, you know, because you've talked about like being quite a lot of genres in your like you're into like Afro Latina, Afro house, you know, like you go through a lot of genres. Like, will there be a point where you stick in one genre, or are you enjoying just moving through fluidly the different genres? What does it do for you, like in terms of your process?
Well, throughout my 3 years now as a DJ, it has been really smooth for me move with the Afro house, Latin house, and tribal house, because they're really similar genres. So like I cannot stick with just one. I feel that I need to move between those other genres, because it for me are the perfect combination when I do a set, I don't know, for at nighttime or after hours. Like I need to have like a mix of everything. If what I don't mix is, I don't know, just house with tribal house, I don't do that. It has to have like the percussion of the conga or the flute that has similarities, that I would mix the sounds.
Okay. And have you ever had, when you first started mixing, yeah, what was the moment that made you think this is what I want to do?
It was literally when just the pandemic started. I was I was at my house practicing, and by that time I was working in a advertising agency. Well, I used to have my advertising agency.
Okay.
And when the pandemic started, that's when I started to practice every day my DJ skills. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? This is what I love to do. I don't want to keep doing advertising. I'm going to stick with music, because that's what I'm passionate about. Every time I play, like it was just, I will release magic there. So I literally closed my company and I started full for this one. Just 100%.
That's super cool. Like, so before I bring Lizwi in, like you said, you were a fan. Like, what brought Lizwi and her vocals? What? When was the first time you like experienced her? Like, when was the first? What was the first track that you was like, oh, I love this voice. I love this tone. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember, but exactly the name of the song,
Yes.
these names are super, but I can search it right now because they're super. I think it's Traveler. Traveler was the first time I heard her.
Okay, that's a big tune. I love that tune. I got told off for playing it too much, I think.
Yeah. And when I heard her voice, I was like, oh my God. And obviously, since I'm also a really big fan of Black Coffee. I have seen him tons of times, and he plays a lot of her music.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He does.
And since we've been speaking about the lady, let's see if she is around. Miss Lizwi, are you there? Oh, there we go. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
I don't think there's any need for introductions because you know each other already. But I must ask you, how are you today? Tell me how you've been doing today.
I'm doing good. Hey, it's just that it's winter this side, so it's cold, and we're on level 4. We're indoors, and there's like this looting thing in South Africa. People have been asked to please pray for South Africa because a lot is happening. So mostly indoors.
Yeah. Well, like our prayers go with you for that. Like I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but we should do all the prayers we can, and we hope it like resolves itself.
Thank you.
Right. You. So I want to ask you. The first question I wanted to ask you is, when you were approached by Her Majesty here, what was your first thought? What were you thinking? Like,
okay, it was Kintar. He approached me to do a song with him, and he was like, I will also be working with Queen Rami. And I was like, oh my goodness, who's Queen Rami? And then I went and searched her on Instagram. I was like, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. And I love her style as well. So I was so keen to work with them and honored to be featured on this amazing project. So yeah.
So you're both fans of each other, you know, like, do you see yourselves working again in the future?
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's no question for me.
No questions asked. Definitely.
Like, the thing that excites me, as I was talking about Queen Rami before, like she goes across quite a few genres, which is going to change the sound and move it forward, which I'm quite excited for, you know. I wanted to ask you, like, you've been doing a lot, like you've been putting in the work, like there's a lot of tracks you've released this year, like how do you feel, how was it working on so much music during the lockdown? And that's for Lizwi, I'm asking, you
know. Okay, what can I say? I think the lockdown gave me enough time to search myself, connect with my voice, so that every producer who was approaching me, I would give my best. And as for the projects that are coming out right now, they're just all amazing. They're all my favorites. So I'm happy, and also I'm looking forward to more projects that are still gonna come out. And yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff coming on the grapevine that I'm gonna have to bully Silk and Danby for because it's too lovely. It will make very good stew, if you get my meaning as a DJ. With your connection to each other, how was the working process like between you? Like, was it easy? Was it hard? Was it you're in different time zones? How did you make it work?
Well, like, to be honest, as I said before, it was all, the middle was Kintar. He was like our guidance.
Go between.
Yeah, he was our go between. Oh yeah, because of the time zones and everything, it was better just to send everything to him and feedbacks to him. So yeah, everything was like, by my end, it was Kintar in the middle.
And what I'm going to ask you, Lizwi, is to say the track for me because my pronunciation is
Yes,
terrible.
no, well,
Like,
both of us, because I don't know how to.
because you have the pronunciation, you have the voice. Tell us how it says.
Okay, it's Seps Sizophumelela.
Seps Sizophumelela. Okay.
Well, you're better than me. I'm really good.
It's Sizophumelela.
And what does it mean?
We have a success thing.
Would you say that again?
Sizophumelela, it's more of a faith song.
Okay. What is it?
Like sorry?
I was going to ask you what the lyrics about. What does it describe? Because I love the music.
There's a promised land. Yes, there's a promised land from the heavens. So we all gonna see it. If you trust and believe in the Lord, we all gonna succeed in seeing this promised land.
Wow.
So hence it's the Sizophumelela. We all gonna see it if we just believe it's being taught by the Bible and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it's interesting there because
Yeah.
even though I didn't know that, I'm a big fan. There's a lot of tribal house, Columbian house. It evokes that feeling. It's almost like worship. Do you know what I mean? Like as a DJ
Yes.
myself, I always strive to make a set like that is like a worship or a meditation or a journey. Okay, so as a vocalist, is that why you write the lyrics that you do? Are you trying to give that energy to the people on the dance floor, like to give them some kind of power to dance longer? Is that your aim with every track?
My aim is whenever like people are having fun, I'm always giving them hope and making sure that everyone is happy. They have that faith that everything's gonna be all right, even if you're on a trying time. So don't stress. Lizwi's here. I'm gonna give you those helpful songs.
Yes, Lizwi is here. Yes.
Even when you're dancing, but just know with Lizwi, when you hear my voice, Lizwi is just praying and telling us that it's all gonna be okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But and I'm gonna take that to you, Queen Rami, and I'm gonna ask you, in your DJ sets, how do you do that? Do you do the same thing? How do you bring people joy? How do you make people dance when you're playing music? Like,
well, I'm very different as Lizwi. I don't say that I'm going to take care of them, but what I do is that I assure them that they're gonna have a magical moment with me when I'm in the decks. That's what I guarantee every time I go there, and it's because as a DJ, that's what you need to transmit to the public. The love or like your energy when you're playing. For me, that's magical. That's where I make magic. Every time I'm in the decks, I make magic and I transmit that to the people and they feel it. Is when you're in a bad mood, you cannot go there, and because they're gonna feel it and they're gonna be like, "Oh, get her out of there."
yeah. I like, so I'm just asking questions. So my next question is for Lizwi, and like I was just like, it's a question I asked Queen Rami. Like, when did you know that this is what you were gonna do with your life? You were gonna be a vocalist for and make people dance all over the world.
Around 2012.
Okay.
It was around 2012 when I first had owned a guitar.
You're breaking up a little bit there, so
that's when I realized that my voice will mother many souls, because I believe that my network itself.
Okay. we're having a little. You were a bit garbly there, so I'm going to ask you to repeat what you just said, if that would be okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
It was back in 2012. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I can. That's perfect.
Oh, okay, all right. It was back in 2012 when I first bought myself a guitar, and that's when I realized that my voice will mother many souls, and believing that the gift that I have, it's from the heavens and my ancestors, and that's where I knew, you know what, for me to tell the world about Africa, to tell the world about God, to tell the world about our beliefs and everything. This is this is it. I'm the vessel to transport that information. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And the thing about it is, Afro house is, or that genre of music is still quite young compared to other music. I could go back and I can talk about, Osunlade or what he did like in the 90s or further back, and like, but as an actual genre in itself, it's very young, and I feel like it's a very powerful thing. So I wanted to ask both of you how we maintain that power, like um like while still getting commercial success. How do we maintain that authenticity, if that's the word? Yeah. How do you believe we can keep its vibey?
In my end, as a DJ, I remember the first time that I started playing. In Mexico, like nobody knew a lot the genre as Afro house. So I started playing house, and the people were like, "Oh yeah, okay." And I wasn't okay because I was just putting what they wanted to hear. I wasn't with my vibe
Mm,
as a that I wanted to put Afro house. And when I stopped, I was like, you know what? I'm going to play Afro house. I don't care. This is what I love. I don't enjoy playing this music. And I played, and oh my God, everybody went crazy. They were like, what is this music? And that's when I told to myself, I need to be
mm,
authentic. I cannot be playing what the people are hearing normally. So yeah, it was a wake up call for me. And no, well, you feel like, for me, when I do a set, I feel like the songs that I need to put at the moment, like, is a feeling for me. Uh,
Okay, so you don't go what's new or what's old. You just go with what you want to play.
yeah, like I do all, like as a DJ, I have to research a lot also, like for the what is right now the latest releases. But if I feel to put a song from, I don't know, 2012, I'll put it if I feel it at the moment. And there's a lot of people, since Afro House is really new, they don't even know the song. For them, it's new.
Yeah, yeah. I have a tendency to play old tunes myself, like, and in South Africa, Afro house is the way of life. It's super big, but it's not. It's big in London-ish, and it's big other places-ish, but not like other things are. Yeah. So like living in South Africa, like, do you listen to South Afro house? Do you party to Afro house, Lizwi? Is that something that you do? Do you, when you could go out partying, did you, or do you have other pursuits?
I love every genre,
Hmm.
but mostly I listen to jazz music
Oh,
because
okay.
that's where I get most of my inspiration. I listen a lot to Mambo Simhlongo's music, Abo Miriam Makeba,
Yeah.
Abo Oliver Mtukudzi, I love that. I love that music because that's where I draw my inspiration. But I also do listen to Amapiano. There's this new genre here. So it's
Yeah.
called Amapiano, and
Oh,
there's
wow.
Boom, and there's Maskandi. A lot of genres. So yeah. But
Oh,
Afro House is my favorite.
No,
Though
that's
it
cool.
chose me, I when I started music, I wanted to be a tribal house queen, and then Afro House chose me, and I was like, okay, I'm doing good here. This
yeah.
genre loves me, so yeah, let me be loyal to it as well. But I love tribal music. It's more ancestral.
the thing is, some of the artists that I don't have, I recognize some of the artists that you have. I've got like a lot of music as well. As a DJ, I don't always just play Afro house. I've got so much music, and a lot of that music that you were describing has elements of Afro house in it, like with some of the way that some of the drums break down, some of the sounds, some of the tones are exactly the same, right? So I'm gonna move that question forward and ask Queen Rami, where are your other influences as well? You can tell me about where else you get your influences from apart from the sound.
What do you mean? Like influences when I do a set or when I create a song or what?
Both. Where do you get your influences outside Afro house to create music? So I explained, I'm like when I DJ, I might hear a hip hop song or something, and just the way it breaks down.
I like R&B. I like R&B. Yes. I like also hip hop. Like I get also a lot of inspiration. Sometimes I get like really hesitant because I hear Afro house every day, every single moment to prepare a set, to whatever I need to do. But when I want to get out of that zone and to get inspired, like for specific sounds or I do it with those genres. R&B for me is my favorite. And sorry?
No, carry on.
Oh, no. That R&B is I get my inspiration.
So yeah, well, thank you for all of that, and I'm so glad to be able to have interviewed you both and talked to you for a while. It's been amazing to hear your influences, what makes you do what you do. You know, I would love to play your song. I'm already making plans to cop that. And as soon as Afro House Party starts, the Afro House Party, I'm going to be dropping that on the dance floor. Again, we just one more time, tell the people what it's called, like, and give the proper pronunciation.
I love it.
Thank
you. Right. So I've been Emerzy Corbin, and that's been Queen Rami, and that's been Lizwi, and it's been amazing. This has been Press Play. Love you both. Kisses and kisses and kisses.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Tell the people when the track is out. I know it's on Tracksource at the moment, and you can cop that. The link should be somewhere for you. Everybody will make that happen. And thanks for coming. Does anybody have anything else to say?
No, well, right now it's in Spotify and all platforms, the song, so you can enjoy it. And
Miss Lizwi, anything else to say?
I love you. I love you guys. I love everyone. Queen Rami, I can't wait to meet you next year. It's a must again.
Yes, we are, and I can't wait to meet you too over there. I'm traveling soon over there. I promise you that. So really happy with this new release, and I know we're gonna keep working together.
Yeah.
One last question, right? When are both of you coming to London?
No,
don't leave us out. Don't leave us out.
I think I'm going to London in August. So yeah.
Well, make sure you holler at the crew, Afro House Party, Drums Radio, see what we can hook up.
Of course, I will, definitely.
Alright, cool.
My side, I'm looking at in April next year because of the lockdown and stuff.
Okay.
Right. Well, when I see you, I'm going to be the crazy guy who comes up to you, running up to you and hugs you. Right. I'm not supposed to act like a fanboy, but it's the end now, so I can reveal myself, right? Right. Just giving you fair warning. Some crazy dude comes walking running up to you, yeah? Anyway, thank you so much for being on. This has been Press Play. I've been Emerzy. I will see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's been amazing, hasn't it?